Hello dear truth seekers, welcome to VGS Astro, and it's time for our Mars transit in Taurus video. And let me tell you, this isn't like any other transit of Mars, because now we have Mars, which is going to be conjunct Jupiter. These are two very strong energies that are coming together, and we're going to see some really fiery exchange of energy, or should I call it synergy, because both planets are friendly to each other and they like to complement one another. Mars is also finally moving away from the affliction by Saturn. It's stepping out of Saturn's gaze, bringing some much needed relief to Mars. But hold on, Saturn is still aspecting the Aries sign, right? So there's going to be some general frustration for Mars. While the pressure is easing up a bit, don't be surprised if you still feel some tension and challenges. Stay strong and keep pushing forward. Better days are coming. And what we're looking at in the Taurus sign is that Jupiter, which is now poised for growth and expansion with regards to saving money and general finance and also wisdom about finance, is now having its friend Mars to push it to new heights and bring about an entrepreneurial spirit. The first half of this transit is going to help teachers and gurus, financial experts, in gaining more knowledge, wisdom, and also sharing it with the world. The second half of this transit, when Mars moves past Jupiter, we are going to see that many people who have the idea or conception of beginning something new is going to dive right in to being an entrepreneur. They're going to dive in to start something new. So excellent time for financial analysts, those who are teaching personal finance, and also fintech companies. But what's in it for people who aren't interested in starting a new business? For such individuals, you can think of this transit as a time that gives you the confidence to save money and also to take risky investment ventures. The combination is going to enhance your drive to accumulate wealth and material goods. People can get really motivated to work steadily to build their salary and wealth and financial fortune, because Mars's 8th aspect is on the natural 9th house of Sagittarius. But, you may be thinking, this is supposed to be negative because it's 8th Lord looking at the 9th. How can this be positive? And you're right, it does create ups and downs in one's luck and fortune, and that is why you need to avoid risky ventures. But on the flip side, Mars is now more interested in finding out the truth about good fortunes, in finding out how some people who are very poor rise to the ranks of a CEO or someone very high in the corporate ladder, despite probably having low academic scores, or how someone like J.K. Rowling went from rags to riches. So it's all about finding out the secret to a good fortune and being inspired to work towards your own financial freedom. And with that comes change, and I mean big change for the rest of the year, because Mars is setting the tone for Jupiter transit for the rest of the year. So let's get started with the transit results for each ascendant or moon sign and see what's in store. Let's begin with Aries ascendants or Aries moon sign. For Aries folks, Mars goes to the 2nd house. He rules your 1st house and your 8th house, and soon will be conjunct Jupiter. Mars is energy. Mars is your courage, and now in the 2nd house, it's going to push you to work on your finances, your savings, your possessions, and gaining that wisdom to accumulate wealth as quickly as possible. So you're going to be under a lot of pressure to help yourself in reaching your financial goals. But at the same time, Mars is going to bring some discomfort in your family life. So you're more likely to be aggressive and angry at your family at the drop of a hat. But don't worry, Jupiter's got your back. You will be doing a lot of problem solving, and Mars, being the Lord of the 1st and 8th houses, is bringing new beginnings and transformations to your family life. So you can expect a roller coaster of ups and downs in a short period of time. You or the members of your family will experience some real transformation. And guess what? It's mostly going to be beneficial. You will need to step out of your comfort zone, however, and start taking care of your family more than ever, because maybe perhaps someone in your family has moved away or there's been a separation and now you need to shoulder additional responsibilities. So there's a lot of work in your family area. Mars's 8th lord being in the 2nd house may also bring joint finances to the foreground, which means you will now want to have your bank accounts, credit cards, investment accounts, and all of that to be linked with your spouse or partner, probably in order to simplify money management, maybe even help in tax planning, and ensure that both of you can contribute equally to shared expenses. Some Aries folks may also gain through inheritance, and that could also increase your wealth at this time. Mars's 4th aspect on the 5th from the 2nd house means you might be tempted to invest your money in risky ventures, but wait up. I would say avoid these risky investments, or should I say, if you're going in for a short-term trading, do avoid these kind of investments, because Saturn is also aspecting the 5th house, which could potentially lock up your money for a long period of time. But the silver lining is that if you choose to invest for the long haul, it could actually bring some great results. So you should not rush into decisions at this time, whether it's trading or investing in new startups, particularly new startups. Take your time, analyze everything thoroughly, and then decide. Remember, patience is key. Mars-Jupiter conjunction will also have an effect on your speech. Your speech will be both charismatic, confident, and sometimes a bit dogmatic, but nonetheless, people will be attracted to the way you speak, and that may also be your creative outlet because of Mars aspecting the 5th house of self-expression. Some of you may also enroll in competitive sports, and you will be naturally good at it because you will now be able to strategize your move. You will pick your fight. You will be able to predict the counter moves and how you should be countering them, and so on. So great time for Aries folks to recharge and rejuvenate your energy level. So take up whatever activity that you can to feel younger and motivated. Mars also will bring about quick results with regards to your children. They become much more confident and quick at learning new things. However, you need to watch out for their fiery energy and how they express themselves. Some of them can be very aggressive, and that's not a very good thing. But for children, you really can't do much. So try and keep them engaged in indoor games. Okay? And the aspect on your 8th house from your 2nd house suggests you might be thinking about investing money in a lottery or some kind of speculation. Now, whether these investments will pay off or not will depend heavily on your 9th house. So make sure you check out your 9th house in your birth chart before making any decisions. If it's your dasha of the 9th lord, then you can expect some very good results at this time. And for those applying for a new degree in a university or college, Mars can actually help you gain momentum because of its 8th aspect on the 9th house of higher education. Some of you may be moving to the next level in your academics, and that surely is indicating a new beginning. There's also a big chance of traveling to distant places, especially for auspicious reasons. Maybe it's a trip to a holy place, or taking a dip in Ganges, or just trying to explore the wilderness outside your comfort zone. Mars will also now pique your curiosity on 9th house matters, including fortune. So Aries folks, get ready to be super curious about how to gain sudden fortune or go from rags to riches, because this transit is all about rekindling your materialistic desires with a strong focus on prosperity. And that's all I've got for Aries folks. Do check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Share this with your friends and family and give this video a thumbs up as a mark of support. And let's move on to the next sign, which is Taurus, Taurus Ascendants or Taurus Moon sign. For Taurus folks, Mars-Jupiter conjunction is not only giving you a Guru Mangala Yoga, but also a Viparit Raj Yoga because of the conjunction of the 8th and the 12th lords, which means there will be success after loss or after you face a lot of hardship in life. It will definitely elevate your position after you face a lot of obstacles. Mars is in the first along with Jupiter there. So you can expect setting goals in the areas of yourself, relationship, your domestic life, the properties that you want to own now, the relationship with your mother. And also, this is a transit which will give you intense passion for deep connection, sexuality, transformation on a deep psychological level. So let's look at it one by one. Mars in this transit is now in the ascendant, and that means there's going to be a lot of aggression and energy, sometimes even an indomitable spirit that is going to bring about sweeping changes in your life, especially with regards to your body, mind, and intelligence. You're going to be confident, you're going to be charismatic, and you will now be able to start setting goals for your life and realize how important goal setting is in order to see progress. Mars is your 7th lord, and when he is in the first house, marriage prospects are a possibility. You may get a lot of proposals for marriage, for communion, for signing contracts related to your property, your house. Some of you may even plan on selling your home or landed property and see some profit because Mars is also your 12th lord and Jupiter is your 11th lord, which means selling and gaining. And all of this can happen oh so suddenly. You just weren't all that prepared, but it happened. So don't do things in a hurry and sell it at the wrong valuation. Make sure you have the right information regarding the value of your property or whatever it is that you plan on selling. It could be your vehicle as well. My suggestion is that you wait till Jupiter holds the lower degree during the transit. But like I said, it could happen very suddenly and you may not see much choice to sell it when that opportunity arises. Mars aspecting your 7th house of relationship and business partners can make you an entrepreneur at this time. Whoa, I never imagined I would be saying this for Taurus when I began this video, but now I see it. And wow, what a great opportunity that's awaiting Taurus folks in terms of starting a new business. For some of them, it may be a contractual job as well, but if it pays well, I don't see why you should not go for it. You may also come across a lot of people, and the conjunction of Mars and Jupiter will bring a lot of enthusiasm, drive, and energy into partnerships. Taurus folks may find themselves more proactive and ambitious in their relationships. Jupiter's influence will bring optimism and positive outlook despite being malefic. This can lead to a more expansive and adventurous approach to relationships and partnerships with a focus on growth and mutual benefit. But do you see what I mean here? Because of the malefic impact, you can see a sense of selfishness within the relationship. It's like, what's in it for me? Also, there might be a tendency for power struggles within partnerships thanks to our pals Mars and Jupiter, who both have a serious desire to lead and dominate. It's like having two chefs in the kitchen, both insisting their recipe is the best. This definitely could drive people away faster than a bad dad joke. So be careful because we've got the 8th and 12th lords eyeing the 7th house. This usually means someone might suddenly decide to pack their bags and move abroad or to some faraway place because they're not getting what they expected. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. It could also mean you both end up traveling together on an epic adventurous trip. All I can say is, with newfound relationship or partnerships, be mindful of the potential for excessive risk-taking. Evaluate the risks and rewards carefully before making major decisions in partnerships. Mars aspecting the 8th house now, conjunct Jupiter. can bring a desire for personal transformation and deep change on a psychological level. Taurus folks may feel compelled to explore and transform their inner selves. The combined energy of Mars and Jupiter can lead to psychological exploration, introspection, and a desire to understand your deep-seated issues. On a personal level, this could mean healing and personal growth. And this aspect can also spark a keen interest in the occult, metaphysical subjects, or any hidden knowledge. Mars's influence on the 8th house will now enhance your sexual energy, while Jupiter's expansive nature can lead to a deeper and more fulfilling intimate life. There can be a strong desire for profound emotional as well as physical connection. While Jupiter brings opportunities for financial growth, Mars can lead to impulsive actions, especially when Mars is holding the higher degree during the transit. So careful management of finances is crucial to avoid potential losses in areas related to shared resources such as inheritance, investments, or joint finances. So make sure you don't squander your money. Forewarned is forearmed, and that's all I've got for Taurus folks. Do check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Share this with your friends and family and give this video a thumbs up as a mark of support. And let's get started with the next sign, which is Gemini. For Gemini folks, Mars is now in the 12th house, and this is also creating a Viparita Raj Yoga along with Guru Mangala Yoga. So you're going to see success after struggles to save money, maybe after struggling in a foreign place. Very bright chances for Gemini folks to travel to a foreign country or undertake long distance travel. And you may actually see success in that foreign place right now. 12th is also about spirituality. And Jupiter-Mars conjunction is knowledge, expansion, and action and growing to be a more spiritual person. But what you need to watch out for here is self-righteousness. Never think that you're more morally and ethically superior to other people. That could be your downfall, because 12th is also the house of losses. Mars being the 11th lord in the 12th will bring about new circle of friends in spirituality. And what I mean friends is, I think the best word to use here is satsang. So people who have the knowledge, virtue, and wisdom in divine sciences can come to your aid to help resolve your problem areas. So definitely an exciting time for Gemini folks. It's like you've just found a new toy to play with and you're feeling highly energetic about your prospects in life. Now the Taurus sign itself is a sign of material wealth, and now that's your 12th house where Mars and Jupiter is conjunct. So in a way, this is indicating a quick draining of your wealth for auspicious reasons. You may now be on your way to spending money for spiritual reasons. There could be a religious celebration, fire rituals, and all of this could bring about a great deal of expenses. Jupiter is also about charity. Mars may now want you to donate money. You may also go in for donating your blood, because Mars is a karaka of blood. There's going to be expenses, but all of which will take you to the next level. So use this opportunity wisely to earn some really good karmic points. Vivid dreams and a strong intuitive sense is also seen because of this placement. Mars conjunct Jupiter is also now aspecting the 3rd house, which enhances learning, writing, teaching skills, promoting a love for knowledge, and also expansion in your communication. There could be frequent short travels that are both adventurous and enriching. Relationships with siblings may be dynamic and sometimes contentious because of Mars. But overall, what I see is that this transit is going to be beneficial and supportive. Mars brings about assertiveness and directness to communication, making you outspoken and very energetic in your interactions. Mars, through its 7th aspect on the 6th, could make you borrow money at this time. Some of you may get into debt. Some of you may clear your pending dues by putting in extra efforts, because Mars is also aspecting your 3rd. Some of you may also see legal disputes coming to a finality. You will put in a lot of effort in seeing a dissolution of sorts. But this is also a time where you will find outside support, outside of your own family, who would come and offer support to deal with difficult situations in life. Okay, and these solutions can also be metaphysical in nature. Mars's influence can bring a competitive and energetic atmosphere to the workplace. You may take on leadership roles or face challenges assertively. What Mars's position is highlighting here is hidden enemies or competitors, but Jupiter's expansive influence provides the wisdom and luck needed to circumvent these challenges effectively. For married people, you need to exercise caution because this may be a time where you could be very harsh on your marriage, harsh on your spouse. And some Gemini folks may gain foreign connections and grow their wealth. There are possibilities of legal issues coming to your spouses. So please be very careful about this. Nonetheless, Jupiter will, with its wisdom and knowledge, be able to resolve the issue as well if you take it in the right spirit. Some Gemini folks, especially single Geminis, may see sudden interest in marriage. Some of them may suddenly choose to marry at this time, but please be sure if the person is the right match for you before you take the plunge. Business partnerships can benefit from Mars's drive and initiative and Jupiter's expansive and wise approach, leading to successful collaborations, because Jupiter is also your 10th lord, giving the right amount of push to Mars to bring about this success. That's all I've got for Gemini folks. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and share this among your friends and family. Do visit again for more updates on transit. Also check out my other videos. Next up, we have Moon Children. For Moon Children, Mars moves to the 11th house and conjunct Jupiter. Now Mars, just as it is with every ascendant, gives you a Guru Mangala Yoga in the 11th house. But in addition to that, Mars, who is your Yoga Karaka planet in conjunction with Jupiter, gives you two more yogas. One is the Karma Dharmadipati Yoga because of the conjunction of the 9th and 10th lords. And the other is a Raj Yoga because of the conjunction of 5th and 9th lord. So what a wonderful time this is going to be for Moon Children. Probably one of the best transit during this year so far. So you can expect some really good results at this time. Let's now look at what they are. Mars in the 11th house conjunct Jupiter will now help you pursue opportunities for better income more vigorously. You now have the necessary wisdom to negotiate pay and emoluments, and there's a definite chance of a raise in salary. Also, your network connection will grow and expand, which means you will be at the limelight during this transit. That may have already happened, but now it's reaching its peak. Your name and fame is going to be known across your workplace for being beautiful, for being profitable, and all of that is adding to your chances of getting a promotion at your work. So the break that you've been expecting is now very near, and there's every chance of basking in the glory. You will see heightened sense of energy at your workplace with enhanced sense of ambition and goal. Mars conjunct Jupiter aspecting the 2nd house of family can indicate an addition to your family, especially because it's also aspecting the 5th house. So it could either be childbirth or more connection with your extended family, your in-laws, and getting to know each other, and there's going to be a celebration of sorts within the family. Fireworks due to this combination, Christmas in your eyes, and all that jazz. So also your chances of increasing your material possessions and savings at this time gets enhanced. Mars's influence can bring a competitive edge to financial matters, possibly leading to more assertive or even aggressive approaches to earning and managing money. Jupiter's conjunction, being the 9th lord, might bring growth, luck, and opportunities for accumulating wealth. You may feel very generous when it comes to investing in valuable items, even in luxurious goods. Mars's 7th aspect on the 5th house suggests your creative endeavors can benefit from your social connections and group activities. Teamwork will be the theme for many moon children. You may find opportunities to showcase your talents or collaborate on creative projects through your network circle. Your romantic life will also get a boost, especially if you're single. You might meet romantic partners through friends or social events or even the social media. And there could be a sense of adventure and excitement in romantic pursuits. If you have children, then Mars conjunct Jupiter shows that you will have an active involvement in your child's activities. Fifth is about speculative income. So you will feel more optimistic and willing to take calculated risks in speculative ventures such as investments or gambling. Success in these areas is possible, especially if you leverage your social connections for insights and opportunities. So rely on your network circle. The combined energy of Mars and Jupiter can sometimes lead to over-enthusiasm or taking on too much, particularly in speculative ventures or romantic pursuits. So it's very important to balance optimism with realism, and that's going to be the challenging part for moon children because Jupiter is also your sixth lord. So it's not going to be without its own set of challenges. Mars's aspect on the sixth house through its eighth aspect means sudden ups and downs in your routine life. You could be facing challenging situations. People you never thought would be in the race will now be competing with you. And Mars loves competition. So this becomes an inspiration for you to work hard and succeed. You will break that sweat to get noticed. For those who are in the legal and medical field, you'll be seeing an increase in the number of patients with varied profiles. Your income could see a significant boost in dealing with these diseases. Those providing some sort of service will see big gains during this transit. It could be any service. Repair services, technicians, all those earning based on routine service will stand benefited. A transit which will also alter your intelligence quotient. You will see an increase in the level of your logical thinking capacity to deal with everyday life problems. You will be more alert and logical in your approach. So remember guys, all of this is possible because of the Mars-Jupiter conjunction, and since it's on a material sign, it's very much grounded to the material life of dealing with problems. That's all I've got for moon children. Do check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Share this with your friends and family and give this video a thumbs up as a mark of support. And moving forward, we have Leo Ascendants or Leo Moon sign. For Leo folks, Mars, who is your Yoga Karaka planet, is in the 10th house of career or occupation and vocation. Mars represents being goal-oriented, setting goals, being progressive, burning ambition and drive. And when he is in the 10th house, he's gaining directional strength. Mars is now able to channel his energy towards professional growth and progress in life. Jupiter-Mars conjunction is now creating a powerful Raj Yoga. So fantastic time for those looking for career opportunities, new beginnings, or even starting your own enterprise. Mars's fourth aspect on yourself will bring renewed energy and enthusiasm within you. And the best way of understanding Mars's fourth aspect on the ascendant is to look at people who are in the armed forces, in the military. They generally tend to wake up early, go for a jog even if it's raining. They like staying fit to be at the top of the game. They like being punctual at their workplace. They always tend to get a clean shave. So you will have to gear up for that kind of life in the upcoming months. And Mars is going to push you to be more disciplined with yourself and your health, especially because Saturn is now looking at your ascendant. Mars's seventh aspect on the mother can bring about a dharmic disposition, spirituality, and religious sentiments to your mother. Why? Because Mars is now conjunct Jupiter, and both put together is about righteousness and religious ideology that's getting a push. Seventh aspect will also bring a lot of work to your mother. Work in your domestic life. There's going to be some problem that requires you to now work on and take a firm stance within your family situation. You could also be moving to a different place or location because of Mars's aspect on your home. And all of this can happen all of a sudden. So moving places require adjustment in the new place of stay. But the conjunction of Mars and Jupiter in Taurus aspecting the 4th house can bring significant growth and expansion in domestic matters. There may be opportunities for acquiring property, renovating the home, or improving the living environment. Jupiter's influence can lead to a more optimistic, generous, and expansive family life. There could be an increase in family gatherings, celebrations, or additions to the family. So the combined energy of both Mars and Jupiter in the Taurus sign can lead to a strong focus on ensuring stability, comfort, and security at home, because 4th is the house of comforts. It is the Sukh above. And that house is now gearing up for a change. So if you put in the right efforts to enhance material comforts and luxuries in the home, they're likely to be successful. Mars can sometimes bring conflict and aggression, especially if there are underlying tensions within the family. However, Jupiter's benefic influence can help resolve conflicts, promote understanding, and foster a more harmonious home environment. The aspect on the 4th house can also influence emotional growth and stability. Mars can encourage taking bold steps towards emotional healing, while Jupiter can provide wisdom and a broader perspective on personal and family issues. Mars is also now aspecting your 5th house through its 8th aspect. And this will bring a curiosity about investment opportunities in risky ventures. Now, this may actually work for you, but I would still advise caution and taking your time before deciding on whether to invest or otherwise, because remember, this is the 8th aspect on the 5th, and that generally represents a negative outcome. However, jackpots are also seen from the 8th, and Mars being the Yoga Karaka and the natural owner of the 8th house could actually tip the scale in your favor. So definitely chances of changing tides for Leo folks should you choose to invest. However, because of Jupiter, you will exercise a degree of caution, and that is wisdom screaming at you. So listen to your inner self calmly and patiently before taking any kind of investment decision. The combined energy of Mars and Jupiter can lead to a greater desire for enjoyment, leisure, and entertainment. There may be more opportunities for travel, adventures, and engaging in pleasurable activities, or should I say fun activities. The 5th house also represents children. There may be some ups and downs in your children's lives, new beginnings, and change in their routine is quite possible because of the 8th aspect on the 5th. They will have to work twice as hard to get where they want to go in life. So it can bring about confidence and great energy to the children, but unbeknown, there's every possibility of getting strained. Not stressed, but getting strained due to the sudden unexpected shift in their routine life. Mars's passionate energy combined with Jupiter's expansive influence can bring growth and excitement in your romantic relationships. This can also lead to new romantic opportunities for single Leos, or the deepening of existing relationships through physical intimacy for those already married. And that's all I've got for Leo folks. Do check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Share this with your friends and family, and give this video a thumbs up as a mark of support. Next up, we have Virgo Ascendants or Virgo Moon sign. For Virgo folks, Mars goes to the 9th house, and it's going to be conjunct Jupiter, creating Guru Mangala Yoga. Now, Mars is a soldier, a police officer of sorts, and in the context of religion or religious ideology, Mars takes a very straightforward position. He would call a spade a spade. He doesn't care about the other side of the story. It's either black or white. There is no in between. There is no gray area for Mars. So Mars tries to make a clear distinction between what's morally correct and what's wrong. What's good, what's bad, who's a saint, who's a sinner. And with this combination, that quality may get enhanced. But with time, the person does get some wisdom, uh, enough wisdom to identify and see what's between good and bad. But we don't have that kind of time with Mars transit, do we? So for Virgo folks, Jupiter-Mars conjunction will put you in the right trajectory for higher education. For those employed in the armed forces, you're most likely to learn the art of war. For those in the medical field, it's advanced degree in medicine or surgery. And for some others, it will be about learning more about dharmic concepts. What is morally correct and wrong? Learning about the Dharma Shastras. Getting to know the right way of living life, which is ordained by a higher power based on your religion, of course. So you may now see a curiosity in understanding the Gita or the Bible if you're a Christian, Quran in case you're a Muslim, so on and so forth. Ninth house is also charitable deeds and fortune. So you could become very fortunate and lucky during this transit. You may also be very generous in giving. Mars aspecting the 12th house of spirituality, dreams, your subconscious mind, losses, and expenditure in general will now give you a very fortunate and energetic mindset. You will find spirituality an adventure in itself. It's not just about the destination, but the whole journey of reaching the destination, which makes it very exciting, is now got your attention. If you're in the mood to make big expenses at the moment, whether it's spirituality or long distance travel, like going to a foreign journey, it's rather best that you put a speed breaker on all these things and take things slowly. I'm not asking you to stop, but I'm asking you to pause before you make that call. I'll tell you why this may be a bad idea for Virgo going forward, but before that, let's look at Mars' 7th aspect on the 3rd house. 3rd house is the house of siblings. It is the house of your self-efforts. And Mars conjunct Jupiter can give great enthusiasm and energy to your siblings. You're going to see them work really hard during this time. They will gain in knowledge and wisdom, and you will most likely have a very candid relationship with your siblings about your father, about their education, their future plans, and your efforts in supporting them will go a long way in helping them to gain that good fortune. Your efforts will now gain fruition to a certain degree. You will find the ambition and drive to do something to aid your parents, both mother and father. Mars' 8th aspect on the 4th house may now bring fortune and wealth, which will signify a moral victory. It could happen all of a sudden. So there's going to be gain of wealth and wisdom within your domestic setup. Mars and Jupiter can also give you knowledge about property deals and vehicles. So any pending karma with regards to buying or selling a property or buying and selling a vehicle will take place in a very sudden manner in your life. But this conjunction for Virgo folks is not without its problems, because Jupiter is the Lord of the 7th conjunct Mars, which means he's a Badakesh, and Mars himself is the 8th and 3rd Lord in the 9th, and therefore you can see some big challenges in travel, in pursuing your education. And I know I pretty much negated everything I said before this, but the reality is that there's only additions in astrology and not really any kind of cancellation of effects. So everything still holds good, but you will see challenging times in achieving the goals related to the 9th house, the 12th house of spirituality and expenses, because Jupiter is Badakesh and 8th Lord is unknown difficulties in life. So you may end up spending on unnecessary things that you should not be spending on. And for Virgo people, this may even cause them to take the wrong path despite knowing what's right. 8th Lord in the 9th will also mean trouble to father. But depending on both your moon sign and ascendant, this could either be a positive transit or a negative one. In case of a positive transit, this will most likely be a transformation in all of these areas. However, if it's a negative transit, then it's most likely going to be a demanding and difficult period for Virgo people. So if you are a Virgo ascendant, check out your prediction based on the moon sign. And if you're a Virgo moon sign and watching this video, then check out your prediction based on your ascendant. Also, do not forget to check your Dasha and Bhukti at this time. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe below and please show your support by giving a thumbs up. Share this important transit video with your friends and family, and wishing all Virgo a successful endeavor during this transit. Mars being the third lord will give you courage, and Saturn during the transit will provide the necessary impetus to become victorious in case it's negative. So do not worry too much. Next up we have Libra Ascendants or Libra Moon sign. For Libra folks, Mars goes to the 8th house and is now conjunct Jupiter in the Taurus sign. Mars is ambition and drive to know the truth, to explore the unknown. Mars is an adventurous planet, and he is not afraid to see what's behind that closed door or that hidden place where nobody goes. And 8th house is exactly that. 8th house is the house of the unknown. With Mars being conjunct Jupiter, Mars will now see an opportunity to seek the truth about the vagaries of the universe. For those dealing with occult sciences like astrology, this will be a wonderful opportunity to gain deeper insights into the world of the unknown in predictive astrology. And some of you may be very quick in predicting. It's almost like you're very confident about the outcome. Once you know what's going to happen, you will take all the necessary precautions to work against those bad karmas. So take this opportunity very seriously and don't wait to take action in counterbalancing the negative effects that's about to come to you. Also, since Mars is the 2nd lord and 7th lord in the 8th house, this could mean astrologers are going to see a lot of interested people wanting to take a consultation to remedy their problems, and some of you may also get an opportunity to work as a full-time astrologer in predictive astrology, maybe on a contract basis. You will learn and gain immense knowledge about the outside world, including that of your in-laws. Siblings will emerge victorious in legal battles and also find a solution to any long-pending diseases. It's a time for action for them, and many Libra folks will see some good news in their career, name, fame, and connections being forged with people at large. Although Mars conjunct Jupiter will aspect the 2nd house of family, Jupiter being the 3rd and 6th lord will bring about challenges in your family life. However, Mars conjunct Jupiter will now bring fulfillment in your married life and desires in your life. It's going to rekindle the desires in your life. Mars being the 7th lord is now aspecting the 11th house through its 4th aspect. So, spouse will be supportive of your career-related dreams and maybe even help in earning that extra income at this time. You may also earn profits through partnership business, especially if you're dealing with landed properties and finance. Mars's 8th aspect on the 3rd house will bring longevity to your siblings. Some disturbances in their life, some hurdles requiring effort to be put in by them, hard work for siblings. However, this aspect will benefit you in terms of the challenges that you've been facing in your career life, and that's gonna almost miraculously resolve on its own or get a death knell. So what a wonderful time this is for Libra folks, despite Mars and Jupiter being functionally malefic. Usually these planets bring trouble, but now you're finding them favoring you in beating competition, in winning that race after some initial pressure and challenges. Mars, however, can give difficult times for your children. Caution is advised to take good care of them, especially if they are very young and impulsive. Remember, forewarned is forearmed, guys, so take good care of your children. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe below. And that's all I've got for Libras. Do give this video a thumbs up. Share this with your friends and family because it's a very important transit. I'm talking about Jupiter conjunct Mars transit, which comes once in 12 years and lasts for a short period of time, giving you the necessary energy, knowledge, prudence, and drive to succeed, bringing lasting changes to your life. Let's look at the next sign, which is Scorpio Ascendants or Scorpio Moon sign. For Scorpio folks, Mars is your Lagna Lord and 6th Lord, and now finds himself in the 7th house conjunct Jupiter. So this transit will be conducive for marriage and partnerships. Any kind of legal partnership or contract for business is seen during this time. So a welcome transit for Scorpio folks. If you're employed and not owning a business, then you may get close contacts and association with your bosses at this time, which will help you in bridging the gap of communication and moving up the corporate ladder. Promotional opportunities get amplified because of Jupiter owning the second house and the fifth house of prosperity, having an influence on Mars, which now aspects the 10th house through its fourth aspect. And this translates to new beginnings and new roles and responsibilities because of this combination. So a definite chance of increasing your wealth, your intelligence, your business acumen during this transit. The only challenge or hurdle that comes in the way of your prosperity is your own self, especially if you have a weak moon, self-doubt, lack of initiation or liturgy. To take the lead will cause delay in all of these areas, and that's because Mars rules the 6th house in the Aries sign of self-confidence, leadership abilities, and also being proactive. So you will definitely face challenges during this time where it may actually be quite difficult to push forward. But don't let this opportunity slip away. Take firm stance in your career and try and be more proactive and lead your team to success despite the hardship. And that's what will bring glory back to you. Mars's aspect on the first house can also bring about impulsiveness and aggressiveness, especially with your spouse. If you're single and planning to get married, your potential spouse will likely take the lead and come to you, and they're going to initiate a conversation. That might take you by surprise, but that's so typical of Mars in the 7th. They tend to take the lead and come out with their own set of demands before marriage. Some of you are also going to see prenups happening at this time. Although very uncommon in India, but pretty much the norm in certain countries, I suppose. Mars's aspect on the first can also mean you should now focus on your health and fitness, which indicates hitting the gym or rigorous diet or both. Okay? And Mars's aspect on the second house of family may be stirring things up in the family front. It can actually reinforce and strengthen the bonds with members of your family. There could be a religious congregation or meeting of your extended family members, which will bring energy and drive back into your family life. If you've been facing problems with your sexual life, this is a wonderful time to find a solution to that problem, because Jupiter will help you gain wisdom, while Mars will take the necessary steps to tackle the hidden areas with renewed vigor and hope and bring about reproductive strength to both partners. Excellent time to consider exercise. Excellent time to consider medical intervention. Mars's aspect on the second also means you're going to see burning ambition to save money. And you will learn ways and means to save money with the help of someone who has the financial knowledge and background. You may meet up tax consultants, because 7th is also taxes. So saving money through taxes or using the legal loopholes is also possible for many Scorpio folks, especially in India, because this is the time for filing tax returns. So expect some refund or saving more out of taxes. And for those who are in other countries, you can always call it a pre-planned motion of events towards saving money through taxes. Those having children will see them put massive effort in their studies and completing their education or working towards a job by taking up competitive examinations. So great time for children of Scorpios. Also check out your Dasha and Bhukti and correlate with both your moon sign and ascendant based prediction to see what themes are overlapping, which will now increase the chances of that theme coming true. And I usually get this question from Scorpio folks, and that's the reason I'm telling you people, look at both your moon sign, look at both your moon sign and your ascendant. So my dear Scorpios, please subscribe to my channel. If you're new here, give it a thumbs up and also share this very important transit of Jupiter-Mars conjunction with your friends and family as a mark of support. Here's raising a chalice to Scorpio folks and wishing them success, growth, and prosperity. Next up, we have Sagittarius Ascendants or Sagittarius Moon sign. For Sagittarius folks, Mars goes to the 6th house and becomes conjunct with your Ascendant Lord in the Taurus sign. Since the Kendra Lord is now conjunct a Trikona Lord, this gives rise to a Raja Yoga, which will give you success and very high achievements. Also, Mars is your 12th Lord in the 6th, giving you a Viparit Raja Yoga. Now remember, both these planets are friendly to each other. There's a synergy in their energy. They both complement each other. You will have enough ammunition to fight legal battles, diseases, and enemies. You will now find clever ways to deal with all of these and also resolve issues in a dharmic way rather than find crooked ways to win over your opponent. For those looking for surgery, this is an excellent time to go for it. You will find the mental strength and courage to go for corrective surgery, especially with regards to difficult diseases, including liver disease or cardiac disease or anything that has to do with blood and spleen. And that's going to give you the much needed relief. For others, in general, Mars's arrival in the 6th means that you're now setting goals for achieving a fit and healthy life. Some of you may also be required to borrow money, while some others may now be able to find smart ways to convert those loans and pay less interest or find ways to repay them very quickly. Usually Mars in the 6th gives rise to Mangal Dosh, but that is now getting corrected to a great degree because of Jupiter, and there's less chance of harm coming your way. But there will be some expenses and losses to the self because of this transit, because Mars is your 12th Lord conjunct the Ascendant Lord. Mars's aspect on the 9th house can have similar effects on your father. But again, that's getting mitigated due to Jupiter's benefic nature. Remember in the introduction of the video where I stated that Mars now likes to uncover the secrets to a great fortune, going from rags to riches? That is very much applicable to Sagittarius folks now. They will now find ways and means to achieve a fortunate life. Jupiter's aspect on its own house can enhance the natural significations of the 9th house, promoting growth, wisdom, and a broader perspective on life. Mars is either black or white. There is no gray area for Mars. It's about separating the good from the bad. Mars can be an extremely judgmental planet, and that's going to make you judgmental about people. And in the 9th, it's getting that strength to call a spade a spade. Now, depending on your age, Mars's arrival in the 6th house and aspecting the 9th will show the amount of maturity and understanding, because 6th is an Upachya house. So as time passes by, you will see there's wider divide between good or bad, and there's every possibility of a gray area. 9th house is connected with travel and higher education. An aspect from Mars conjunct Jupiter can bring a lot of energy and enthusiasm into traveling and higher study. Some of you may now be inclined to study the scriptures, the Dharma Shastras, and philosophy, and understanding some of the theoretical underpinnings of the Sanatana Dharma, especially the Vedic philosophy, to lead a righteous life. Some Sagittarius folks may also undertake religious trips. Maybe it's a visit to a holy place or dip in the Ganges, which will give you a strong sense of connecting or reconnecting with your religious self. Aspect on the 12th house may give you a strong drive towards spiritual practices, meditation, exploring the subconscious mind, introspection. All of this is possible. So there could be a desire to seek solitude for inner growth and understanding. Additionally, the 12th house is linked to foreign lands and charitable deeds. You may now be drawn to work or travel abroad, because 6th is about routine life or service. And aspecting the 12th means engaging in charitable activities or humanitarian efforts. So you will now have the inclination to help other people, to make a positive impact in their lives. Mars's 8th aspect on the first house of the self will mean access to secret knowledge, knowledge about who your enemy is, including your inner enemies, which is Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Moha, and Matsarya. And knowledge about all these will give you a transformation in the way you approach life. So this marks a very important transit or turning point in the lives of Sagittarius folks. So make the most of this transit, engage in dharmic activities, and you will gain plentiful in good karma and blessings. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe below and also share this video with your friends and family. Do leave a comment if this transit works for you. And let's move ahead and see what's in store for Capricorn Ascendants or Capricorn Moon sign. For Capricorn folks, Mars is now conjunct Jupiter in the 5th house of creative self-expression, of children and prosperity. Mars here not only gives you a Guru Mangala Yoga, but also gives Kahala Yoga due to this conjunction, which means you could end up in a leadership position. You could have a fan following, a large and loyal following. And this combination will also make you very courageous and fortunate. And being in the 5th house is going to help you achieve a balanced life of meeting the demands at your work, meeting the demands at your home, in your personal relationship with people. So there is going to be comfort and happiness being derived from all areas of life in general. All spheres of your life is getting strengthened and intensified. It's growing. Mars Jupiter in the 5th may now give Santana Bhagya. Conception of a child becomes possible, and you work towards that goal of having a child. If you're single, then your romantic relationships get a boost. Blossoming of love and joy becomes a reality. 5th is also self-expression. So those who are already working in the field of art or media will find it beneficial, because Mars is now giving you the energy to pursue your goals of becoming known and becoming famous in your chosen field of art. Mars conjunct Jupiter aspecting the 8th house through its 4th aspect would mean that some skill or knowledge that's within you, either known or not known, now gets activated. What I mean is that your latent skills is now coming to the foreground. That which was dormant is now coming alive. You will find this sudden spike in energy and knowledge or skill where you're naturally good at something to be very fascinating and exciting. You would want to capitalize on this skill, on that knowledge. And there's every possibility of that happening. Some of you may get support and blessings through astrological remedies. For those who have been chanting mantras or have been praying for a silver lining in your life, will now find your source of happiness and also well-being, which will increase your longevity. So this also means you will gain through inheritance. It could be wealth. It could also be paternal skills and beliefs. You will work on honing those skills and finding a more balanced and focused attention to your life based on the life that your father or forefather led. And that's going to help you see a long and fulfilling life. Mars conjunct Jupiter aspecting the 11th house is about expansion. It's about growth. And in the Taurus sign, he's mostly about giving you big materialistic desires. And Mars is now dreaming big, setting bigger goals. And that's not just for this month. It's going to continue setting the tone for the rest of the year, for the rest of the Jupiter's transit. You will see a big leap in your social connections, in your income. It could also be speculative income. But what's more important here is your knowledge and skills regarding trade, stock markets, general finance is all growing and expanding. And now you want to experiment and put the knowledge to the test and see how you will fare in this field. Now the aspect on the 12th house, especially in the context of Mars conjunct Jupiter, in the material sign of Taurus means that you're looking for opportunities abroad. 12th is long distance travel as well, right? So you could now have a desire to move to a foreign place, and Mars will be very assertive in its actions to ensure that goal is set and you walk the path to moving abroad. You take the right steps and action towards that goal. 12th is also about your subconscious mind and dreams. So you will benefit through inner courage and knowledge to handle difficult situation and dream big. Aspire for bigger things in life. Aspire for prosperity. You would want to know the secret to getting to a foreign place, so your knowledge about what it takes to get somewhere is also getting enhanced. Some of you may now aspire for permanent foreign settlement, depending on the planets in the 12th in your birth chart. 12th is spirituality, and with this transit, it's mostly materialistic desires that you want to fulfill through spirituality. Prayers getting answered, and you grow more in terms of spirituality, become less agnostic, and acknowledge that there's a higher power that keeps us all moving towards a certain destiny. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe below. Also share this very important transit of Mars-Jupiter conjunction in the Taurus sign. Do leave a comment if this works for you. Let's move on to the next sign. Next in line, we have Aquarius Ascendant or Aquarius Moon sign. For Aquarius folks, we have Mars in the 4th house conjunct Jupiter. Now, before I tell you what this transit has in store for you, it's also very important for you to look at the macro picture, especially if Aquarius is your moon sign where there's some tension due to the effect of Saturn. But yes, he is freeing you due to his retrograde motion, but then again, you can feel safe or secured when there's a malefic breathing down your neck. There's the issue of safety and anxiety, or an anxiety about losing privacy, or an impending danger, and that's taking away the joy. But now when Mars goes to the 4th, he makes you assertive. That means you're going to come out with your problems, maybe share the difficult times with your friends, your family, your connections at work, or whoever you can. You're desperately looking to find a solution, to find a reliable friend with whom you can share your difficulties with. And that in itself is going to unload half of your burden. We are social beings, and sometimes one of the best ways to bring joy and happiness into our lives is through friendship. 4th house is the house of the heart and your emotions. With Mars conjunct Jupiter, you are now going to work on healing your emotional self through friendship and family, and probably also through a guru who will now be your mentor, and assist you in releasing that emotional baggage. That guru can also be your mother, because 4th is the mother, and she, with her wisdom, can be a beacon of hope and support during difficult times, and that's going to be your motivation to push forward and regain your emotional strength. So when this transit happens, you will see changes in your domestic life, in your home, in your comforts. It's going to the next level. And also 4th is nourishment, so nourishing yourself both physically and psychologically is what we can see. There might be plenty of activity and growth related to home and family. You might feel a strong drive to improve your living conditions. Maybe invest in property or expand your home. Or at least you will start setting goals to buy a house or piece of property. Mars conjunct Jupiter aspecting the 7th house of relationships would mean most Aquarius folks may want to give marriage a second look. Maybe give it a try, or try and work on past issues that has kept you in a state of stasis. And probably this is one of the areas that you should in fact consider giving a second look if you're planning to get married. You may feel that you're not ready for marriage, but you might actually get the right partner, and you never know unless it happens, right? So with this combination, you now have the courage or boldness to go up to somebody and seek them out on a date, or be more assertive in your actions and revealing your emotional self to strengthen and grow your bond with your spouse in an existing marriage. You and your partner may now work together to build a comfortable and stable life, focusing on long-term goals and material success. Mars conjunct Jupiter aspecting the 7th also means expansion in your business partnerships, in your career, in your relationships with other people. It could give rise to a competitive spirit where you and your partner or co-worker push each other to achieve more and mutually support in each other's goals. When Mars is setting goals, Jupiter wants to provide the solutions to the obstacles and hurdles. When Jupiter gives growth in knowledge in materialistic sciences, Mars would become assertive to capitalize on those ideas. And this is also true when you look at the aspect on the 10th house of career and vocation. So there's definitely fireworks and success coming your way through your career, through your vocation. You will now have the support of your organization in terms of conveyances, materialistic comforts. And some of you may now get involved in expansive projects at work that require both energy and strategic planning, which could help you advance in your career life. You may take on responsibilities or leadership roles at your work, showcasing your talents and determination to succeed, which in turn might give you promotions, recognition, or new job opportunities. Mars conjunct Jupiter aspecting your 11th house through its 8th aspect means sudden changes coming your way with regards to your network circle. You will see growth and expansion in your social circle becoming more intensified. So you will get involved in social activities, in events that allow you to connect with people from different backgrounds, or even think of acquaintances when you go to a business meeting who can now play a significant role in giving that much needed push and optimism. You might take the initiative to form new connections and also to strengthen your existing ones. The 11th house is also associated with aspirations and long-term goals. With Mars and Jupiter aspecting this house, you will become truly goal-oriented in achieving your dream life, or should I say the ideal life that you've been dreaming of. The 11th house is related to income and gains, especially from your own efforts, as Mars is the 3rd lord aspecting the 11th. With Jupiter's conjunction, Mars can now bring abundance and positive outcomes, enhancing your chances of receiving financial or material rewards from your work or social connections. Mars's influence can add the necessary drive and determination to secure these gains. And the major role of Mars, it's about coming forward to receive and say that you deserve that award or recognition, rather than shying away and hoping that people will recognize you. Take proactive steps towards your goals and leverage your social connections to achieve success. That concludes what I have for Aquarius, folks. Please give this video a thumbs up and share this with your friends and family. New viewers, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Now let's dive into Pisces Ascendants or Pisces Moon sign. For Pisces folks, I want to keep this short but something memorable, because there's just too many aspects with overlapping themes, and it's very difficult to break it and talk about each one of those aspects. I'll try and break it down, but listen carefully, because this is serious transit happening to you guys where your name reaches faraway places. So what's happening here is that Mars goes to the 3rd house and meets Jupiter. So it's not only giving you the Guru Mangala Yoga, but also a very powerful Lakshmi Yoga, which will make you extremely fortunate in the work that you undertake. Meaning, you are now poised to work towards your goals in life, whatever that goal might be. It could be career success, it could be excellence in your academics, it could be about traveling to faraway places, the journeys that you undertake. the people that you want to meet, the things that you're passionate about, your habits, especially the good ones that lead you to a more brighter and energetic lifestyle. All of this is where your focus will now lie on. Some of you will also begin new routines, engage in new traditions and culture, new hobbies, because of Mars conjunct Jupiter aspecting the 6th house. And during this transit is going to give you a competitive edge at your workplace. It makes you sharp and bold. Your nature of service gets an expansion. It grows in its ability to cater to a larger set of people because of Jupiter-Mars conjunction aspecting the 10th house, which also means that your role at your workplace is now expanding. Your name becomes commonplace. Everybody gets to know you and your presence is felt by everyone around you. You're representing the nature of a true guru and someone who can turn the tides towards anyone's favor through knowledge and application of the law, of the rules that govern your work, which is seen from the Mars's 7th aspect on the 9th house of Dharma. And being as it is, where Mars and Jupiter are the 1st and the 9th lords coming together, bringing about a Lakshmi Yoga, you're seen as someone who is a provider of good things, a positive impact on people's lives. So this combination might also mean that you now have to undertake travel associated with your work. It could be purely business, or maybe you would be visiting a place for getting trained on something. Maybe attend a training session connected to your work, which will deepen your understanding and throw light on some of the theoretical underpinnings that are essential for your work life. Okay? And that concludes our Mars-Jupiter conjunction in the Taurus sign. If you're new to my content, please subscribe below, like the video, and share it with your friends and family. I'll catch you all soon with another new video. This is me, VGS, signing out for now.